This study was a preliminary investigation into the effects of moving cupping therapy on hip and knee range of movement and knee flexion power. Although cupping's been around for thousands of years in traditional Chinese medicine, it's recently become more popular, specifically in the sports setting, and the most recent Olympics provides evidence that more high-profile athletes are using this kind of therapy to try and boost their performance. A few reasons why we think that cupping therapy may have grown so much over the last decade is because of its simple application methods, its minimal adverse effects and reduction in pain and muscle tenderness. Although more people are using cupping, there is little research on its effectiveness in relation to range of movement and power. We felt that a preliminary investigation such as our design was appropriate given the depth of literature that focuses on the effects of cupping. And given the potential for moving cupping but lack of published studies, we adopted an initial preliminary investigation, which was a case series design using 21 participants. The primary aim of the study was to investigate whether a single session of moving cupping to the posterior aspect of the lower limb had any effect on hip and knee range of movement and knee flexion power. And the secondary aim was to consider participants' views and perceptions of moving cupping through a questionnaire that they did at the end of the study. 21 participants took part in the study and they all received the 15 minutes of cupping to the posterior dominant lower extremity, and then hip and knee range of movement and isokinetic knee flexion power measurements were taken prior to and immediately after the cupping intervention. Participants then completed the questionnaire, which was based on their experience and perceptions of cupping.
For the cupping intervention, participants were positioned lying prone on a massage couch with their dominant leg exposed. An oil-based medium was applied to the back of the entire leg to provide a lubricant for the cups to move along. Between 4 and 6 hand-pumped plastic cups were applied to the soft tissue. Once the suction had been applied with a hand pump to create a negative pressure, the cups were then moved in various directions over the soft tissue for a massage-like effect. Once all the cups were in place, the therapist would move 1 to 2 cups at a time over the back of the upper and lower leg, alternating which cups were moved at about 5 to 10 second intervals.
The results showed that there was a significant increase in hip and knee range of movement measurements, however no significant changes were seen in power, and data from the questionnaire suggested that despite moving cupping being reported as uncomfortable, it's considered acceptable. Limitations of the study mean that future research is required before the effectiveness of moving cupping can really be determined.